Hi, I'm Sophie Uliano, author of the Gorgeously Green book series, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to create a green wedding. Now, why is a green wedding so important? Well, for me, my wedding day, and perhaps your wedding day, is arguably the most important day of your life. And so why not make that day reflect your deepest values, which might be that you really want to take care of the planet and you really want to have your wedding have the least impact on this planet, or the lightest footprint that it can. I think that's a really beautiful way to go. So let's just talk about, there are I don't know, 6 or 7 things that you can do that can make a huge difference. So the first thing is the ring, the diamond. That's really the first thing that happens. So either the engagement ring, if you would have a choice about your engagement ring, and then the wedding ring, is to make sure that they aren't blood diamonds. So you might have heard of blood diamonds, and often known as conflict diamonds. And blood diamonds typically come from war-torn regions, and the profits are used to go back into sort of fueling more of this conflict. And luckily now there are so many shops and stores and outlets that sell these wonderful conflict-free diamonds. And I know if you're anything like me, if you're going to wear this beautiful stone for the rest of your life, you do not want it to be a blood diamond. So that's the first thing. Now, the second thing is, right, we're going to get married. So we're going to pick a day and we're going to pick a venue. So why not pick a venue that, again, reflects your values? So an outside venue would really be a great way to go. Outside venues are often better because you don't have to decorate them. So if you could get married in a friend's beautiful garden or yard or a park or a botanical garden or somewhere like that, that would make life very, very easy for you, and would also stop you having to get lots and lots of flowers and decorations and cut down on energy and whatnot. Also, when you're picking the location, you might want to think about the travel that everybody's got to take. So think obviously about where everybody's situated in the country in terms of family and relations and friends, and try and have somewhere that people don't have to travel too far to get to. Now, the next thing is the invitation. With an invitation, now, I would absolutely recommend that you go with recycled paper and a printer that uses soy-based inks. Again, there are many, many printers that do this now. And then maybe on the invitation itself, you might want to print, please recycle. Another idea is that the invitation is on a postcard rather than something that's going to go in an envelope as well, because again, easier, and give the recipient the option to reply online. How about the gown? Actually, probably the first thing that most women think of the moment the ring's on the finger. Oh, what's my gown gonna look like? So there's 2 really eco-friendly options that I like. One is go for a vintage gown. Start trawling vintage shops, because I think in a way one of the most stylish ways that you can go is to find a beautiful vintage gown. Also, if it's vintage, it might be something that you can wear again and get a second, third use of. The other thing is, think about borrowing a gown of somebody, a friend of yours or a family member, that you can just have altered slightly. That's what I did on my wedding day, and it was very, very special. A beautiful friend of mine had a gown that actually fitted me like a glove, and it just saved so much. It saved me so much money, obviously, and that was a lovely way to go, and I in turn have passed that on to somebody else. So I'm very, very happy about that. Flowers for the big day. Try and go organic. Nowadays you can go organic. Catering. When you're creating the food, it's so easy to have a completely organic spread now. So when you're looking for caterers, or if you're catering yourself, really try and make sure that it's organic. And also, I think a really nice touch for a wedding is to make sure that the food is seasonal and local. And that just gives a really sort of beautiful touch to your wedding feast. The last part, and again, the most joyous part, you're married and now you're going on your honeymoon. So when you pick your honeymoon destination, you might really want to spend some time trying to research a very eco-friendly honeymoon. So if you're about to get married, if you know somebody who's going to get married, please pass along some of these tips so that you can make this special day really special, really green, and to reflect your deepest values. You can do it yourself, You can save money, you can help save the planet, and you can do it more gorgeously.